Baby, make like I do with the punches and roll me home.
Yeah, welcome to another episode of Toking with Topher. I'm Topher Bayless, and I got
Scott Gertken here.
Scott Gertken and our special guest, Gleason.
Hey.
And very special guest because now we're going into our, I guess, second season. We've played the opening intro song, and that is by the 45. Right
Cheers,
there. Here's
man.
the man.
I
right
kind of
here.
miss the headphones because I don't get
got
to
to
hear
hear
the
it.
song.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like
Yeah, roll me home. And
It's a great intro, man. It's like
man.
it catches
Thank
you,
you.
and you're just like,
It's,
yeah, I'm in.
yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
We're tickled you guys use it, dude.
Yeah,
It
I
really
love it.
it means something to us. We do. Thank you.
I mean, we got big production here.
Yeah,
so, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I mean,
Big budgets.
Did
dude.
you guys get your check?
You got
I didn't think
a
so.
check, right?
No, somebody
So
mentioned
I
Is there a check?
I
there was
mailed it.
one.
there
I
was
mailed
one.
it. I did mail it. I mailed it, and a guy in a pony rode up out of the mailbox, pulled it out, put it in a little satchel, so it should
Well,
get to you sometime.
What were
probably
you
by
watching? The Postman the other
December
day or something?
To Topher's defense, he did allow us to shoot the video at his
Ooh, that's
establishment,
true.
and
I was cameoed.
He did sit in. He cameoed. It was
Yeah.
the role he was born to play.
It was
so,
great. It
you
was a
know,
good video.
That was Ed Diamond.
And
Yeah.
actually, when I saw it, because at first I was like, okay, what is this going to look like? You know, I mean,
Right.
and it was legit. Like when the video came out, I was like, holy shit, this is like MTV video. Like it was a real video, man.
Yeah.
it was really good. It was great to be a part of that too.
Yeah, if you
It's
like,
amazing the technology now
Right.
that
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
as far as like shooting videos and stuff, like as opposed to being, I don't know, 20 years ago.
Right,
It was
yeah.
a way bigger production to have
Yeah,
to
it
shoot a
was.
video.
Oh,
you know what I
God,
mean?
yeah. Fuck
Now you
yeah.
can couple cameras, you know,
Yeah,
it's
GoPros.
5-10 grand, you can nail it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know.
Well,
I
that-
mean, seriously though,
That's the thing. Now
you get the footage.
Now, granted, I mean the equipment that they had was small and really mobile.
We were
but
compact,
it was
but, like,
good. It was good shit. You know,
our
it was like
editor,
Yeah.
CJ
Fujiyama or nothing like that.
killed it on that thing.
Yeah.
It-
Killer.
Ironically, it was like a really it was a production, but we wanted to make it look like an 8-bit video game. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
in
right.
Between the live shots and that. And,
Yeah.
So, but we needed a stand-in. Topher provided us the backdrop, and
Good backdrop, too.
it was the role he was born to play. Man, dude shows up in a pimped out looking jacket, custom. I learned something. Did you know Topher can't pour a beer?
Why?
It
Yeah, that's
tickled
true.
me.
Why?
I don't know, dude. I'm not a beer guy. First of all,
You can't pour a beer
I can't do
like
that.
off a draft or just out of a bottle in a.
Well, I can finally pour it off a draft, but it took me 3 years. No, because people are like, no, you just really got to pull it, And then now I could pour like a can or
Yeah.
or something.
It was.
but-
He poured me a beer. I'm like, you're right. You can't pour.
I
you
kept
can't
telling
pour
him.
draft.
I'm like, dude. I
No
don't
head,
know,
huh?
you
He doesn't
know?
give head?
No, it's too much.
Too much.
It's too much.
He's
Too
a
much,
giver.
Ed?
Yeah,
Ah, I'll
sloppy.
take it.
Scotty, he's a giver.
sloppy, super sloppy. Yeah,
Oh,
so
my
if you like
God.
foam beer, then I try to save $1 too.
I turn the CO2 up. The guys love it. People love it.
People love it. It's a new thing now.
They
Hey,
like a lot of head.
the hipsters like it because they don't feel like they drink as much.
Yeah, it's
You know?
light.
So it's great.
It's light.
It's a light beer. It's a light beer.
They call it fluff.
Fluff beer.
Can you make me a fluff beer?
Half
Fluff
and
Topher.
half.
Right.
Half and half, right?
We just name it, make it cool, and fucking sell it, dude. That's
Put
what
an
we
umbrella in it.
do. Yeah.
Put a number. It's got to have an umbrella.
Tropical. Look at this.
Well,
Look at that shit.
I think we can sell this.
I mean,
Yeah, we should.
hell, what? What are we doing here? Let's
well,
get to work.
I do want to know what everybody's smoking on out there. We are live today, and hopefully you guys are out there and that are watching or pot smoking.
Do you have it pulled up so you can get comments and stuff? Nah.
This thing's fucked up.
This
No,
thing.
No, it's just technology. You know how it is.
I think there's like maybe
Everybody's
two
got-
people watching
everybody's
this or
equipped
something.
with what do we got today? Sense Cannabis. Trusted cultivation. Cap junkie.
Cap junkie.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Cap
Yes.
junkie. So we're gonna fire that up. I'm gonna fire that up. Smoke that.
Well, that was the one I fired up.
chit-chatting. Was it? Oh, you like that one?
Yeah,
Did
that
you
was the
like
one.
it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you get annihilated?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I only hit it a couple times.
Oh, did you put it out?
It was like
Let me see what you did. Hit it a couple times. Damn, dude. You damn smoked the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm good, man.
Jesus, you must
I'm good.
be. I bet
Don't
you
call
are.
me out.
What is this? A witch hunt?
No, dude.
Right?
Seriously, I have some concerns for your health.
My health?
Yeah, what is this thing on the side of your face?
Like it's.
Hey, it's my bad side. This
Hey,
is my
I
good
thought you were
side.
winking at me, and then I looked down. I was like, "Oh shit, that's another
It's
fucking
got its
head
own
of a
knee.
body."
I mean, it literally has an elbow. I think.
Good thing you can't see it on the TV. The
Yeah, I'm not
kids would
showing
hate
them
it.
either.
It'd be terrorizing.
I was telling you when I got here, I'm
bitch.
like, I'm so glad the camera's this way because I got this. I mean, dude, it's a mongrel.
Let me
Like,
see again. I bet we could pop that, dude.
no, I've already popped it. Now it's like hard and it hurts like a bitch.
But if we push hard enough, dude, it'll just
Here I am.
like a volcano.
Short, fat, talking about pimples on my neck.
Well, you know
everybody
what? I
tune
just had to
in.
bring it up, dude.
It's a great conversation.
Well,
Well,
at the very
it was
least,
looking
if
right
this,
at me.
if
It was
this
looking right at
footage
me.
doesn't work out, maybe you could use it as an audition tape for Dr. Pimple Popper.
I
for
wanted-
the
you know
what I
circus
mean?
or something,
I
right?
wanted to address the neck lump in the room.
the necklace.
You know, that was
Mole. Moly, moly, moly.
we do
it
got
need his
some.
mic?
We do have some. We do
Did you
talk,
seize it? Is it?
What?
Is that a zit?
Is that is it? It's not is it, dude? That's a fucking another growth. I do have some cannabis news, and we talked about this earlier.
Yeah. I got a surprise.
So,
I got some insider information.
Ooh.
published October 7th, Missouri's cost to enforce ban on intoxicating hemp products estimated at nearly $900,000, which honestly,
I thought that would have been more.
I fucking think that's cheap. So here's the deal. You know,
I mean, I don't have
mean,
900K. I
listen,
mean, but
I don't have the money, but we could settle that at court.
Right, right.
how's 50?
I mean,
Yeah.
it feels like for me, all of this, I read through this, and I'm going to give you guys the highlights of it, but it feels like there's this war between Parsons and Ashcroft and the hemp company, in a way, you know, like backdoor shit. Because here's Mike Parsons, like, look, I want to fucking make this shit safe. I'm taking it off the shelves. We want to enforce it. I think 900,000, or the actual quote was 877,000, is not a lot. And they wanted to get the ATF and the Division of Health and Services
We ought to try to get
involved.
Parsons on the show.
Well, you know what I'm saying is they're trying to get
serious.
He wanted
I'm
to get,
dead serious because I mean,
yeah, he wanted to get him involved, but you know, because Ashcroft's against it and he put an immediate stop to the emergency ban. Now ATF's stepping out of it. They don't really have the agents to enforce it. So he's got this budget that he needs, 900,000, and they can't get that passed until next July. So what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean for the ban? Does that mean, like, think about it. If you had a company and you were sitting on $10 million worth of hemp-derived products right now, and they banned it September 1, all your shit came off the shelf, you went and grabbed it, you put it in your warehouse, and then they say, well, guess what, guys? We can't enforce it until next year.
look what I found at the
Oh,
gas
see? Here
station
we
up
go.
the street.
Yeah, right, exactly.
All right, so funny story. So I said, oh, you know what? I'm finally going to buy one. I'm not going to sit here and talk and all this stuff and have
Dilly-dally.
never
Yeah,
tried
yeah,
whatever. So I grabbed two of them. I'm at the counter and I said, I go, those are $6.99 a piece, right? And she said, yeah. And so she goes, I haven't been able to sell them for a while. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, well, they took them out. The state took them out 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
They just put them back in.
Right, because they can't enforce this shit until next year.
That's
and
crazy.
Ashcroft kind of stopped. And the hemp company filed a lawsuit against the Missouri Hemp Trade Association.
Yeah, the Trade Association did, yeah.
temporary restraining order as a part of the lawsuit filed in late August to halt the governor's order. So, I mean, there's a lot.
It's going to be a fight.
I don't know, you know. And then they kind of back down again. And Parsons like, well, you know, we're want to, you know, target the kids shit, which I get it, but I think all the way, if you have a product that's psychoactive, right, and there's questions about whether we should put testing on it or not, I think there's no question. If there's a question of testing it or not, there should be no question.
Right.
Test it, regulate it. If there's a question about its safety for people,
Sure.
then I would think you should test it. Now, what maybe that doesn't mean, maybe not the extent that this is or that is, but there should be some kind of regulation, I think. So to fight it, I
That's
think
fair.
is wrong.
Yeah.
If they go get the testing and you know they're not high in metals and whatever else, or where's this stuff coming from, that kind of
So
thing.
why are they fighting it? You know what I'm saying? Why is Ashcroft fighting it?
It's a touchy, it's a fine line because of that farm bill.
Yeah.
It's just there's a fine line and there's loopholes.
Okay.
Tried the hemp-derived THC?
No, I can't say that I have.
Yeah.
No.
I have.
I honestly,
I'm not sure there's a
I
difference.
usually stick to the to the herb itself.
Yeah, right.
It maybe a vape or something around those lines, but like don't usually do the drinks, man. I for that exact reason. I said,
Right.
why do it when you just smoke it? I prefer it that way anyway.
Yeah, who wants to do this fake ass shit? You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's I guess because I smoke. I'm like you.
Sure.
You know, but I guess it's not fake. It's just done differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure
I
what the
don't
difference
know.
is
I
of
don't
the
know.
hemp-derived D9 and the D9 because it's still D9.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the. I don't think there is a difference.
Okay.
Why is it different for me too? I'm gonna just taste it. I don't want to take a bunch. I gotta go to the gym later.
It's 5 milligrams. Be easy. Oh, stop! That's too much. You probably got like a.
Like a tenth of a
What does it taste
molecule.
like?
kind of lemony. I don't know.
I assume you're supposed to just drink these, not add it to something.
Yeah, I would think you could probably do either or. You could probably mix it
I
in
just
something.
use my teeth to
It
get
tastes. I mean, if I was gonna put
yeah,
this,
then all bets are off.
if I was gonna throw this in a drink, I'd throw it in like a margarita or something.
Okay, that's
you
the
know,
flavor.
it's
of
kind
it.
of got a lemony kind of taste to it.
So it's a
but
mixer, like a Red Bull
I,
or
no,
something
it's.
like
I
that.
think it's just a regular shot per shot, 5 milligram THC per shot. So
It's a
but, you
pain
know,
in the ass to
and-
open. I know that.
And like I said, you know, the other thing that too that I said last week that bothers me is, you know, people see this on the shelf. They're like, "Oh, it's THC.
Mm-hmm.
It's THC. Ah, it's THC." Well, I know the difference. You know, and
Sure.
so then it's confusing as to, well, I don't need to go to the dispensary to get my THC. I can just go up to the fucking QT, you know, and get it.
Sure.
Because they think this is a part of the recreational THC. They
Right.
don't know the laws enough to think, oh, of course it's being sold here. It's recreational legal. Well, there's a difference between
Yeah.
the product. Period. You know, so. I think that seems to be a little misleading to me too in the advertising. I think from a consumer standpoint, I mean that would be something I think our industry could stand on and say, "Hey man, you're not really you are, but you're not." You know what I'm saying? You're kind of misrepresenting yourself. in a
Right.
way. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just bitching about something. But
I mean, the problem is there's a whole
I see
nother
both
industry
ways.
at
It's a
stake.
valid-
I mean,
like I
there's
said, if I was sitting on $1 million in a warehouse, I'm fucking putting it back on the shelf because there's no enforcement right now.
right.
That's exactly what this company did. You know?
Yeah.
So fuck it. So.
I just
So-
thought that was an interesting story that she said they took it,
Right.
and then 2 weeks
Oh,
later
yeah.
it came back, and I'm like, oh, I guess that you know, I mean,
I remember
I agree
seeing
with
it
you.
happen. I remember seeing it happen. But of course, I would do the same. Why would you? Why would you not? You know, I'm gonna fucking do it. You know, I stick to the herb, obviously.
Sure.
Speaking of herb, what is your? What do you like to smoke? What are you smoking on? What's your latest strain that you really liked?
The I've been doing the proper lines as far as that goes. I've been going over. That was my last. I just bought a bulk, you know, and/or I also have a friend that he grows his own stuff.
a
So
dude. Okay.
sometimes I'll go in between those two
Yeah,
as far as
yeah.
it goes. So that's like homegrown. It doesn't really have a name, you know. He just
Yeah,
grows
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I like the proper stuff for the vapes.
Yeah, okay.
They do have. I know they're one of their marketing guys over there. He's always talking about the quality of their quality control, which is a
Right,
big thing
right,
on the
right.
on the vapes. So I try to gravitate towards that based off of recommendation.
Yeah.
from him. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Does his stuff.
What was his name?
Damn, I gotta get his.
Look it up.
I'll let you know. I'll
Yeah.
give you his info.
Yeah, I was in the proper golf tournament a couple weeks.
Oh, no kidding. Andy Hilly.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Do you do like the distillate vapes, or you do like live resin, live rosin?
The resin, yeah, the live resin.
yeah.
resin.
Yeah, that's the way to go. I mean, everything.
That's kind of the new thing, right? It's the live resin. It's not just the disty carts or the.
Yeah, well, it's a little both. You know, like it's the flavored disties. You know, like we talk about the juicy cushes or whatever,
Yeah.
cushy punches.
Oh, they're killing it.
Yeah, and then there's the live resins and live rosins. Those are the two basically breakout categories.
A rosin. Something.
Yeah, Thompson Fifth Incorporated.
Incorporated.
Incorporate. A resin. A rosin.
But the one cool thing, and I've watched this happen just this year since January, is the distillate vapes. All your distillate carts and stuff. They're all moving away from half grams. Everybody's moving away from the half gram cart. Everybody's going to the 1 gram only.
Just the
option.
big guy. Okay, just
You
jump
know,
it up.
I think it makes the most sense.
live resin and live rosin. I think they don't have the right heating. They don't have the right technology yet to
In
do
the
a
half
whole-
grams?
Yeah, to
Or
a
do the whole gram?
Oh,
on
to
that.
keep. I see.
So and the other
Aren't those
shapes-
usually the clear glass
Mm-hmm.
vapes? The resin and the rosin. They're like the vapes. They're not necessarily a cart. They got the clear bowl, and then it's just right there at the top. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? They're clear glass on the top.
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
holder
yeah,
of it. Yeah.
The mouthpiece is glass. Everything.
Well, I think it's what kind of technology the company.
Okay,
decides
some of them
to
come
use.
with like the
Yeah.
tips on them, like normal
Yeah,
cards.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I also noticed the shapes of our carts are moving away from normal, like a pencil, like these.
Yeah.
To now like those,
That
more
little
like a
handheld
lighter
one.
shape or
Yeah.
smooth. So it's been interesting to watch that from a market standpoint, like the whole state just kind of shift their head towards these things. And it was one company starts to do it, they all start to do it, and then
Yep.
and then that's how I guess they move it forward. So real interesting stuff on that. And so you do live resin. That's good. The Proper does have a good live resin vape.
I haven't had it.
You have it?
I've had a couple of them, but I
need
forget
to.
the name of the one that I last had. I actually need to go and get another one actually. But
I'm not much of a vapor, like I get them and if I carry them around for a couple of days trying to think, I can hit it in the fucking store when I'm grocery shopping, or I can do this, and I do, but I don't know.
I
It
don't
just
go
doesn't
to it
really-
near as much as I think I would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't do much for me. I didn't really have to sit there for like 10 minutes and be like,
I'm gonna have to get
Right.
my throat a rest. I think for a couple days.
does it hurt your throat?
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I get that.
Need to do some gummies, I guess.
Yeah.
There you go.
Give it a rest.
Yeah.
Unless I want to get all raw.
That's my voice is starting to feel better. I quit smoking, and it's like, fuck, let's get better, So, vapes do that to me too. If I
Burn you out.
Yeah. When the vape took over the world, remember when it shit took over the world? It was crazy. Vapes were everywhere here, right?
Right.
Like everyone's like, oh, I got
Yeah.
right. I got little trinkets around the thing. I was like, okay, great, and I got one too, and I was into the thing for a while, and then I'm like, what the fuck? I look like a reject over here. We're just fucking, hey, what's up? Thinking I'm everywhere because it's not cigarette smoke, so I'm just vaping everywhere. And interesting enough, all that technology came from China, right?
Yeah.
So
China.
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 like our word, like our warm ups, China.
China.
So
Exuberant.
I go over there with my fresh vape cart, my fucking battery pack that they had that you could adjust everything on. And I noticed there was not one fucking vape over there. All this savior of the smoking world, right? Technology just crushed the U.S. And it's like vape places everywhere. But I go to the place where the fucking technology is originating, not one, everybody's
Smoking cigarettes.
not one fucking vape. You couldn't
Right
find,
over your sushi.
You couldn't find, exactly.
Smoke fish, huh?
And I'm thinking to
Right.
myself, listen, man, if they're not using it, what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
There's no studies on this shit, like long-term use of I would hate to be the dude 50 years from now, like, oh, those vapors, man, they didn't know what they were getting into when they were vaping. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got fucking iron lung or whatever. I don't know. Rickets.
Yeah.
So, I don't
Iron. You think they're gonna have iron lungs in 60 years?
You don't know. Do you?
I get that.
Just fucking hardened lung,
There might not
I
be
need
any
to quit
iron
these
left.
damn
They might
things.
have to make them out of like steel or something. Like
I need to
steel
quit the
lung.
Nick ones. That's what I need to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
That's
was
too
your,
much.
Speaking of that, what did you say your favorite stoner movie was earlier? Rambo.
First blood.
First
I
Blood.
was
First
joking.
Blood. First
my,
Blood.
fa-
Funny
my,
joke.
my favorite. Oh yeah, it wasn't funny. He had to be there, but I mean, it was
Well, I,
funny.
just I want our
It was
viewers
fun.
to know, like, hey, if you're looking for a stoner movie tonight, Scott Gertken recommends
First blood. See, we were talking about this last week because I was going to bed, right? Well, I ended up not going to bed, and First Blood was on. I was like, I click it, and I'm watching the whole damn movie. I'm like, this movie is fantastic.
Oh, sure.
It was great, man.
Okay. So you really, when he was like,
It's some of his best acting.
When he
And
said-
Stallone's like not known for like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's serious. I mean, obviously Rocky was great.
Yeah.
Rocky 2 was really good. They started getting, pretty, hey, whatever.
Rocky
but I
3
mean, they were
Mr.
good. I watched every one of them. He got my money.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
He
That's
fought
true.
Mr. T in the third one. That was good.
Yeah, that was a good
That
one.
dude was a badass.
That's one of my favorites. But I
Yeah.
do like 2 Yeah, when he wins against Apollo.
He
I do
wins
like
in
that.
all of them, dude.
No, he doesn't. He loses in the first
Well,
one.
but
He's
he
a
does.
loser. He's a
Yeah.
bum.
Yeah.
He's a bum.
He still came out okay.
Yeah, he did all right. You know, made $1 million.
Yeah.
You
He
know,
should have dumped that girl though.
at night.
Cool.
Talia
She
Shire.
does too much drama. You know what I'm saying? Dude's trying to box, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dude's
Hey
trying
man, she's
dude's
his
trying to
heart,
get a
man.
world
She's
record.
his heart.
That's
I know, but you can't do that.
You can't break up Rocky and
Adrian,
Adrian,
Yeah, I
man.
know, but
You just can't.
no.
it would have just been better if it was just Rocky.
I think it sucked that he killed her off. He could have had her in the other movies.
Well, see, that's the thing. Why?
Why not?
Yeah, it's a distraction.
So she can give her like powerful speech that
Because
like
nobody wants
beats
to-
him down. And he's like, I just don't care anymore. You know all that shit. That's
he
what
can
we
barely
needed.
talk. His
Yeah.
face is hanging off.
What are you putting me through, Adrian? You know that shit. you know.
Yeah.
That is funny. That it's like that drama aspects out of it. But she pumped him up.
Yeah, it is.
She
That-
got him ready for the fight.
You know, as
too.
soon as he got a talking to, shit was getting real.
Yeah.
Like he was
And
gonna
when she
fuck
was
somebody
in-
up, right?
Yeah.
fucking bulldozer.
All he was, he was
I
just-
love Rocky.
He was just beating Apollo like, you fucking bitch. I'm gonna fuck, you know, like he took it all out. He took it all out on him.
Dude, they were beat up in that. Like, if you go back
yeah.
and watch those fight scenes,
Dude,
like
he
it's
was- he
humanly
had, like, a side of beef.
impossible.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
totally.
Like, it was an annihilation. I mean,
Oh,
every
yeah.
every boxing match, there's no way people would die.
Yo,
there's no way
he
people
would have
would
died in the
There's no
first
way.
movie. Like his
Jesus
face
Christ.
was just
Oh,
like,
mangled.
oh
Yeah.
god.
Well, they should have started the next movie with like him doing like reconstructive surgery. You know, like on his fucked up face.
Well, no, they did in the
He was
yeah,
in
he
the
was in the
hospital.
hospital,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
do a little
yeah.
thing
He was
in
in the
too.
hospital for
They
a
do
while.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
They do that.
They
They do.
They did what? Which one was that?
Rocky too.
Rocky
So
II.
he goes to the
Beginning of
hospital
Rocky
and he's
II.
like, kind of
fucking
going
remember
out, and they like got the
Apollo's
cloth
in
over
there
his
in the
eye, and he's like,
wheelchair,
I think I
challenging
fought
him to
pretty
another
good,
fight.
you know, I take care of my eye, you know, all that stuff. And as he's going out on anesthesia, and they're working on his eye.
I do remember that because the whole thing was like, oh, you can't get hit no more, Rocky.
Yeah. I don't think he'll fight anymore.
So he's got to train to fight the other way, right?
Yeah, right.
That's the
Yep.
obstacle.
So ridiculous.
Yeah, because Mickey
Yeah.
smacks him in the face
Smacks
like,
him in
"You're
the
not ready, Rock." You know,
he doesn't even see it coming.
because Mickey loves you. You know. Oh,
That was
God.
me.
Mickey was the best. dude.
So
anyway, sorry,
I
we got off on a
married it.
I
tangent
just
there.
think you're right. I think I'm gonna try to put that stoner in my stoner catalog.
But First Blood.
First Blood.
Now look at it from an aspect of like watch the acting and like think about him as a Vietnam veteran.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, for
like-
sure. I can identify with that.
That really, when I watched it high, I don't know, it made more sense to me. I don't know why. It's just whatever.
That's good. No, that's good. I like to know what I'm getting into.
But my favorite movie is Up in Smoke.
So
There's
when
there's
he
no-
said they drew first blood, were you really in the moment with them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, he was alone, man. He was in that cave, like freaked
yeah,
out, like he knows nobody
See.
except Troutman. You know, talk to me, Johnny. You know, like
Hey,
oh,
buddy, I know
dude.
you're
Yeah,
fucked,
he's like
buddy.
the
Gotta watch it.
shaman, the only guy who can
Yeah.
calm him down.
It's like Johnny.
They don't make them like that anymore,
It's
man.
like
They
my
don't make
Johnny
movies like that
Cruise.
anymore.
It's like my Johnny Cruise. You know, like my shaman. Like, dude, I'm fucked. You know,
Yeah.
like, I got you,
Help me,
bro.
man.
I get
Oh shit, Colonel Troutman. That's
In
it.
the woods, yeah. If you and Johnny were out in the woods,
Yeah.
Me and Johnny out in the
Let's
woods.
start calling
Wouldn't be
Johnny.
far
Yo,
off from
Troutman. Troutman, I got
Yeah,
a chat at you.
That's what it is.
Cubby leader calling Raven.
So hopefully, I guess some of this this crap between the government. Well, I don't know if it's crap, but they can kind of work together. You know, I think there's a middle ground here.
Sure.
That both, you know, Ashcroft.
Oh,
and
we're
Sparks
back.
are-
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm just trying to bring it full circle.
Yeah.
Kinda
Sorry.
finish it up.
We got off on a tangent.
I hope that the Parsons and, you know, the Ashcroft camp can say, and the hemp fucking association, look, man, the hippie association should understand I don't think they knew that it was going to get all psychoactive like that. You know, I mean, I wanted some I wanted some shirts, some rope,
Well-
you know what I'm saying? Some CBD
So-
cream, but
they don't use
you
any
know,
of that
maybe
stuff. I
maybe
don't
the
think.
psychoactive shit should have some kind of middle ground of regulation between both parties.
And that wouldn't even be that detrimental. That's not a big
Fuck no,
deal.
dude. Fuck no.
That's
Well,
not a big deal.
They could just solve the problem and just make it legal.
Well,
And
yeah,
just,
no
you know,
shit.
Yeah, but I mean
Whose
that's never
standardizations?
going to happen. That's
Right.
the problem because this is voted into
Well,
law.
so-
That's the battle.
I do believe-
because legitimately, if HD9 is the same as D9, they're selling the same thing that those people are, and they have to go through a ton more shit to do it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
to
yeah.
your
So-
point as well, all of that should be standardized
Correct.
to a single level
I agree.
across all of it, because otherwise you have everybody, well, this is legal in here, but it's not as legal in
Right,
the other
right.
state,
Yeah.
and then just
Right.
be done with it.
Well, I think that even if we federally change the laws, right, reschedule, whatever, we're still going to have the dispensaries probably going to stay the same. They're still going to have
Yeah.
regulations.
Yeah, it's
and
state
shit like
regular.
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
just talking about putting it to the states,
Yeah.
and I think it's more the federal legalization to a Schedule 3 is more about the banking system behind everything, because they're, obviously,
Well,
Obviously,
you
it
can't
sucks.
bank
Fucking sucks
nearly
right now.
anywhere. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yes.
So-
and there were, until loans and stuff like that come through with all of that, right? As far
Yeah.
as it goes, they're not going to be able to take that money out, so it's all cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's federally legal, I don't think the laws change here too much. I mean, it's
No, I don't
that's
think
law.
so.
That's how it's regulated.
Yeah,
That's
right.
how they do
so
it.
then the fight over hemp will continue until no matter what happens, really.
Got to get it figured out, though.
Well, we'll keep
It's
you
bad
guys,
on the whole
I'm gonna-
industry as a whole.
I'll keep
It's
everybody
just-
posted on it. Me
Yeah.
and you'll keep them abreast
Keep
of the situation.
abreast.
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 Just one?
Abreast and
Abreasted.
abreast.
I do want to ask Jared. One of the things since we got you on the podcast, and I'm a fan of the 45.
Yeah.
I've listened to your music now for a few years now. We've been friends for a few years. We smoked a lot of weed together.
Oh, yeah?
I remember you came back from Vegas and shit, brought some weed. And
yeah,
You guys smoke
actually,
weed,
yeah.
man?
It was dry by the time it came
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
I
but it was still
apologize
fun.
for that, but it had that desert air in
Yeah.
it.
The desert.
It did.
It was
It was like
still-
you could feel West Coast. You're like, I like that.
Feel West Coast.
Yeah, that's gonna be our new weed stream. Feel
The West Coast.
This is the West Coast IPA or whatever that. Yeah,
Have a cool server kid. Yeah. Feel West Coast.
West Coast.
See West Coast.
Just have,
Be West Coast.
get him a fan and a surfboard. That's
we're
all you
marketing
need.
monsters.
I'm
Dude.
telling
God
you,
damn.
West Coast cannabis.
So
Thanks,
back to my
dude.
question. How long have you guys been playing? And I mean, you guys have been together for how long now?
Well, so it's funny, man. The band, it's the only original 45 member is our drummer, Brandon. So we joke that we are the fog hat of the St. Louis music scene.
Oh, yeah.
because our drummer is the only original member.
Right. You're the 45
No,
band. You're the
but-
tribute band to the 45.
So when I came into the band, that I knew it and still know it as today, they had moved a singer out and brought a new bass player in too. So Brandon was kind of in there with the guitar player, and the guitar player moved to Nashville and plays in Lydia's Castle. And he moved there, and I've kind of answered an ad on Craigslist of all things. So really, you would have appreciated it, Scott. Really
That's
well-written email.
Really
Yeah.
well written.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
that how
Back page ad.
yeah,
Isn't
it
that how Motley
basically
Crue got
said, yeah, we
together?
need a guitar player that's in between John Petrucci and Jimmy Page, but can stay up till 3 a.m. eating at the Philly Wagon outside of Pops. And I'm like, I don't do any of those things.
None of that,
I really like how this email is written.
I can
think we should
learn
hang out.
I can learn to
I could come in
adjust.
and, audition. I'll jam with you guys. So that was, oh God, I haven't done the math, but it was like 15 years ago.
Wow.
Right? So,
Wow.
it's good music, man. If you
It's,
haven't, had a
yeah,
chance,
it's
check
great.
It's funny
it out.
because when I came into it, they had a catalog of songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was odd for me in that scenario, but we've written other additional stuff. You've been a huge supporter of ours, and the least thing I could do is come over here and say thank you, man.
No, of course,
Cheers.
man. I appreciate that. I didn't expect
Yeah,
that.
we're
but,
glad you came.
Man,
Makes it more fun.
I've had you guys play at the club quite a bit, and
You
I
have
always
been
enjoyed it.
the most gracious host we could have ever asked for.
Yeah,
It's a
fun.
fantastic place to play, obviously.
Now-
the rumors are true.
Speaking of playing,
Yeah.
what's going on, dude?
So
got
we have a
something.
show coming up on this week, Friday.
Fuck yeah, dude! Friday night.
Friday
going.
night. You
Nice.
should come out. It is the first time we've ever headlined the old Rock House. This band.
Oh, okay.
For the entirety of the band. That includes before I was even in it. So we've never played
And-
this stage, and it's exciting. For
And I
us.
couldn't even ask for a better bill. It's all people I know. It's all good friends. It's Chronics. It's Richter's.
Directors, it's two just really great bands.
Great
man.
bands, man.
Yep,
I
good
mean, great
lineup.
bands.
No
So-
reason. It's gonna be a gorgeous night. You know, they're gonna open up the sides of the doors there. You know what I
Ooh,
mean?
nice breeze.
Yeah, the
airflow.
weather is absolutely
Live
gorgeous.
music.
Breeze.
Woo!
Yeah, dog.
Sounds sexy.
I'll be making a lot of sense on the patio. You know how I roll. Literally.
I
you
do.
You
I
By
do.
the seat
I
of his
do.
vintage
I roll.
pants.
Just like that.
I'd see he rolls like that. I
Roll
mean,
like
it's
that.
pretty good. It's all right. Semi-tight, you know. I mean, it's all right.
Smokable.
Smokable, I mean-
yeah. And you guys, what else you got coming up after that? You got any shows after that?
So this will probably be our last show until the end. We are going to drop some new music, and we have a video coming out soon. So I have to get that to you. I'll play it for you.
Yeah,
man.
see?
Get you. Yeah.
That's one thing, and we talked about this earlier about the video shit, man. One of the reasons I fell in love with him. Obviously, the music's really great, and Jared's, really fucking
Jared?
great dude. Jared's great about being a really great dude, and he, is taking they all take the
He's a
extra
sweet
mile
talker.
to. They all take the extra
Is he whispering
mile
in your ear?
to do everything a rock band should do. You know what I'm saying? They write new music, then they put out a fucking great video. They don't skimp on it. They don't rush it.
Yeah.
When they cut that video that we had, it took them a long time to put it. So what I'm saying is they're really, it's still driving. To be in this business for 15 years and still be driven. Like, yeah, we're dropping new music. We got a new video coming. That's music to my ear and my generation's ear, and I'm sure yours and a lot of other people. Like, man, I like the band that's going the extra mile to fucking fully attack the industry with it.
You have to.
It's so much content. It's just content. You can never have enough of it, to
Right.
put out there. And that's the other thing is like when I came into it, people always ask, why didn't you change the name of the band at that point? We're like, well, we're all really bad at
Dude,
social
band
media,
names
so now we
suck.
have
The
to,
46
Coming up with a band name is fucking terrible.
It's a horrible process. It's funny because you come up with some great names. You know what I mean? You really do. But it is a painstaking process, and then you
because
restart
they're
the brand.
taken or
And they already had a tub full of merch. So I'm like, well, that's 9/10 of the problem. Like, let's just say that so we can sell the T-shirt.
yeah, we got to get
Because
through
let's
this
face
shit.
it,
Right.
we are traveling T-shirt salesmen at the end of the day.
Speaking of that, I got to call Jay and see if we sold any modern day zero T-shirts.
Oh yeah, no shit. Speaking of shirts, I got two things to talk about with shirts. First thing is, Jared, I have a Since Cannabis
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
and
Finally, a garment suitable to be buried in. Thank you, sir.
Here's the other fucking coolest fucking shirt I've seen come out in the cannabis industry in really a super long time. I'm gonna show it to you guys. It's probably gonna be hard to find, but we talked last week with Brian, with Gruen, remember? And we talked about the new spooky glow in the dark.
I bought some. I texted
get
Brian.
some?
I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
"Hey, I bought it
Okay,
just to."
so here's the shirt.
It's glow in the dark,
Okay,
huh?
here's the front. See the front?
Oh, it glows in the dark.
Now here's the back. You ready for this shit?
Nice.
Is that Day of the Dead?
Halloween
Look at that. That's cool,
2024,
dude.
dude. Stone to the bone. So
Sold.
this shirt is I'm gonna
Stone to
wear
the bone.
with pride through October because
Nichols, you son of a! I want a shirt, large.
it's
I
nice.
bought the stuff.
It does
I'm
glow in the
talking-
dark, and it does glow in the dark. So you'll
Nice, that's
see
cool.
me running around like an idiot over Halloween. So
Hi, David. Hi, John. Hi, Jason. Hi, everybody.
we're
Everyone's saying, "Hey, what's up?"
We're excited about the shows you got coming up.
Yeah.
And the show, at least Friday, you got coming up. And I'm
Yeah.
excited about the video, man. Like I said, I'm really. And you said the one video you came in, it was like a 3-part video.
Yeah, so
story.
that was when we were writing the songs,
Right.
right? And the way they came in, we came up with the idea that what if, because like when you upload your videos into YouTube, they play from the one you released, the latest, your earliest one first.
Right.
So we wanted them to flow backwards, right? Or go in the order they were supposed to go in the last way they were going to be released, right? So it's like make a video that's a Tarantino movie. You always get the middle of Tarantino's movies first, right?
Right.
And then you get the end in the middle, and then it pieces it all together on the front, right? So
Right.
you just make them in that order.
Right.
And so when you watch them on order, that's how the whole night goes. And
Yeah.
so Roll Me Home was the middle of the night.
Middle of the night, dog.
Yeah.
That's it.
And which is technically the best part of the night.
Yeah.
I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it finishes badly. But we released the first Disaster was the first video.
Yeah. 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 That's a
And
good
that
one,
was the
too.
end of the evening. And it goes backwards into that. So it will play in order if you let it.
I think anytime you're drunk and somebody's wheeling you
Yeah,
around
it's
in a
total-
wheelbarrow,
yeah.
then the next song should be called Disaster.
Yeah.
It's bound to
It's
happen.
the worst, it's the worst part of the night.
In the video, it's funny. Well, great, man. I mean, I think that's keep doing that because your music's great. It's really solid rock and roll. I've turned a couple people on recently. I was like, hey, man, check this out. You
Please
know,
go out and find us. Use the 45 Rocks and on all socials.
the 45 rocks on all the socials, guys. You heard
45 STL. Yeah, both of them.
it. Yeah. 45 STL. That's another one. Yeah.
Wherever you stream music, 45 Rocks is where it's at.
Yeah, 45 rock. 45 rock is where it's at.
You want to talk about some conspiracies?
Which one?
Have you seen this thing about? Have you seen this thing about the moon disappearing for like 10 days? Did you see this?
Dude, come on.
I swear, we were saying it ourselves. We couldn't find it. Swear to God.
Did you? Well, there was that.
Did you dream it?
There's
You
going to
woke
be
up like,
like
"Oh my God."
a bus-sized thing that's going to become a second smaller moon.
Yeah,
Did you
second
hear
moon.
about
It's gonna look
that?
like Star Wars soon.
Oh,
Dude, we can get
that
deep
would
on
be
conspiracy. I've been watching a lot of
if we
this
get a
stuff.
double
But
moon,
it's the
that's
size
gonna
of a
be
bus,
fucking
man.
cool,
I mean,
right?
the moon's much bigger than a bus.
So listen, let me ask you this:
Would it surprise you if the Earth was flat?
if you have,
that would surprise me.
It would.
if you have two moons, does a werewolf
But-
get twice as big?
I've never been to space.
I don't know.
I mean, what happens to everything, nature,
Oh.
and everything with two moons?
When it's fuller. So it's just a little bit more fuller.
What if that second moon hits our moon?
Yeah, but he just gets hairier quicker.
Because they did tell it.
It's like instant. You get two full moons. He's like, boop.
No,
yeah.
well,
No,
we
no,
have to
like-
worry about werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, it's so ridiculous. So it's
technically a moon because it's orbiting our planet.
see, I mean, it's
That's the second moon, Jakku from Earth.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Who gets to name it?
I know.
can't we shoot that thing down?
We just call it second moon. That's fucking lame.
Yeah.
We could shoot it down.
Somebody's gonna buy it.
Elon's
will
going,
buy
shit,
it,
I
it'll
could
be
buy
like-
it right
no,
now.
It'll be like
Just catch that
PepsiCo
motherfucker.
2 or
Oh,
something.
Oh, shit. Wonder how fast it's going.
I don't know. Could you imagine trying to sniper that like a play shoot?
Now, yeah, someone smart like a Maserati should buy it.
Yeah,
That
right?
motherfucker fast.
Fuck.
So it's just gonna shoot off? I don't trust that.
I don't know.
I don't trust that.
I don't understand any of it.
Like a
I
big
don't
slingshot.
understand a damn
It's either
thing
gonna
anymore.
Circle around and it's gonna sling back the other way.
That's the theory. What if it hits the air pocket and drops straight down?
They
Well,
could.
that would be
Splits
bad.
yeah. Split.
It's been the same crescent moon too for the last few days.
air
Something's
pocket.
off.
What?
What do you mean? an
Something's
air
off.
pocket?
I don't know.
I do believe that there's something off.
There's something off.
But dude, listen. We're coming out of fucking shitty
Well, there's always
September,
hurricanes and
where everybody's going back to school
A lot
and
of
all
dude, that
bullshit
thing's fucking
happens.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then we're going into nice October fall weather when it's all witchy and spiritually shit. Like the ghosts are probably getting restless. They're just like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
Like,
think it. I'm
probably
thinking
that,
bigger.
dude.
Maybe.
Nah, dude,
It's like Ghostbuster shit, man.
it's just like,
Oh,
Gozer the Gozerians coming down, man.
October, dude. It's the,
He is
it's the
Vigo.
ghouls are waking up.
It's
you are like the
Vigo.
buzzing of flies to him.
Okay, so his
Oh,
favorite
God.
stoner movie is First Blood.
Up in smoke.
Oh,
That's
Up
my
in Smoke.
favorite.
okay. Up in Smoke. And what is yours?
First,
At First Blood would work though.
there's a couple, man. I guess it depends on like how, if you want the whole movie to be about the pot, or do you just want pot being something that connects the movie, right? Like, so if you talk about like
What's your main?
Dazed and Confused,
Yeah,
or
like
those
that
type
style
of-
movie is
they're
what he-
all smoking pot, but that's
Yeah.
not like a stoner movie, like a Half Baked or something around those. Half Baked's
So-
amazing. Dave Chappelle's fucking hilarious.
So what do you? I did like Half Baked.
Now, do you guys know? I'm like, did I ever tell you this? Like, that's when I met Dave Chappelle. Was right after Half Baked,
Yeah.
and he was doing a comedy tour.
Yeah, was he
And we
stoned?
were on the Point that morning with Tom and Jeff, Trish, and Tom at the time.
Oh, nice.
Right on the Point, and so he was there the same day we were, and we were waiting down in the alley and ended up smoking with him, going up
No
and doing the
shit.
radio interview. He invites us to go to the Funny Bone because he's doing a set there. So we go to the second set and ended up smoking with him again after the thing. Yeah.
You smoked weed with Dave Chappelle?
Yeah. Like
No
before he
way.
was like big. Like, and I hadn't even seen Half Baked yet. Yeah. No idea.
Holy
No
shit.
idea. Yeah, pretty crazy.
Wow.
I would love to talk to him again and see if he remembered it. He was cool as hell.
That's crazy.
I
Oh,
mean,
I
one
bet.
of the nicest guys.
I
Funny as shit. Too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, just
Obviously.
normal shit. Like
Yeah,
he's just fucking hysterical.
and he was quite popular at that time, dude. It's not like Half Baked was just like out of nowhere.
And I don't know
what
why I hadn't seen the movie yet or
Oh,
not.
really?
So yeah, I just hadn't.
Oh,
And then I guess after that would have been the Chappelle show. Was way
Yeah.
after that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
After
a little
Half
bit,
Baked.
I believe so. Yeah.
So it was probably in between that. He wasn't a big star
Right.
yet.
He would,
Or he would- you know, he would have been
wasn't,
like-
but like, you knew who he was,
Right,
For
right.
sure. Like, I mean, he was in
Yeah,
Men in
yeah,
Tights. I'm trying to think back. That was like an early movie of his.
That's true. He was.
He was in Men in Tights.
A Chew, son of a sneeze. He was a Chew.
Oh my god!
He worked with Mel Brooks.
Son of
man.
a sneeze.
Son of a sneeze.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh! I didn't know that.
He go back and watch that movie. It's fucking hilarious.
God, I haven't seen that movie in.
Mel
I know.
Brooks
I'm
is
thinking about how
amazing.
long it's been. It's been 20 years.
When's the last time you've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
I was talking about that the
I
other
always
day.
fall asleep, dude.
Really?
Oh, really?
I do. It all the British. Yeah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah. I just
We've been
stopped
talking
listening.
about
you know, it's
Life
too-
of Brian a lot in the band lately. That's a great one too. Dude.
I haven't
Monty
seen that in
Python
a
stuff's
long
great.
time.
I
Another
love
one.
it.
I fall asleep.
Dude, you want to know a great movie? It's
Dry
on.
British humor. Yeah.
It's on Prime. I think now. Zapped. I think I told you about it. It's Scott Baio and Scott Ames.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, and he gets telekinesis from an accident in the lab
yeah.
in high school.
He starts-
Oh, dude,
yeah,
it's
dude. Starts
it's a
lifting
great
skirts
movie.
and shit.
He just-
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
growing pot in the
telekinesis.
lab and shit. Oh,
what
dude,
happens in this lab?
dude, you gotta watch it. It's such a
will.
good movie.
I've been
He
digging
makes
on,
shit move and shit. It's fucking fantastic.
I've been digging on those old black and white movies, you know, like from the 40s and 50s.
Like westerns or like movies.
movies, you know, and like it was so inappropriate back then. Like those movies were just everything that like we can't do in the media, like with, you know, like it was just like it was the people were like the men were so domineering and the women, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
they
yeah. Oh,
portray
yeah.
the
Oh, sure.
characters and that was fucking
30s,
50s or some shit.
50s probably.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I do feel like Lenny. I'm like the Lenny.
You want to tend into the
I
wabbits?
fucking love
Tend
something
into
so
the
much
little
and I kill
wabbits.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit! I broke his neck. No, but I love. But it was that was the book. You read that in high school, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody.
I think I've seen the movie probably 3 or 4 times because a teacher would show it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
those
when they
old
didn't feel like
movies are
teaching.
I mean,
Right.
fucking John Wayne spanking a chick and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna show her a lesson.
I love it, man. Yeah.
Like, wow, now look at Chet spanking old Nancy, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
One of my favorite scenes with John Wayne. He's there. I think it's his grandson or something. He's with next to a river, and he's like, "What do you mean you can't swim?" He's like, "I never learned." He just picks the kid up, throws him in there. He goes,
Horrifying, right?
Learning
Horrifying.
today.
grab the water. Yeah, like what the
Shit.
kid's got to learn. He said. And like, well, that's one way to do it. Like he'll sink or swim, right?
Going right into the deep end.
Should be like, kid's gonna be on a wanted poster in 10 years. You know, like what the fuck? You know.
He's not gonna forget this anytime soon.
So yeah, I mean, so I've been watching those and I've been tripping on it, and I'm watching them though because there's elements of it. You know, you look at the production of it, you look at the sets, obviously, and the decor and what it was like. I think that's the part that I enjoy about watching those old movies.
Sure.
You know, like,
I'm a big old western guy, though.
yeah, I like old
I
westerns.
love
too.
that stuff.
The
Outlaw Josie Wales stuff.
I like a fistful of dollars and
Yeah.
two
The
mules for
spaghetti
Sister
western.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Fucking,
What's that?
the spaghetti westerns, like you're talking about, yeah, with well, the John Wayne movies are
John
all,
Wayne, Clint
Van
Eastwood,
Cleef.
Any Clint
whatever.
Eastwood, yeah. The Good,
John
the Bad,
Van
the Ugly,
Cleef or
all that
whatever.
type of
What's
John Van Cleef. Is that
what's his name?
uh
Something George Van Cleef? No, Something in Cleve, the Cleve.
Is that it, John?
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. How about Jeremiah Johnson? You guys ever seen that movie?
That's a really good one.
No,
dude.
I-
Robert Redford.
I love that
It's
one.
a story about a guy that was his name. They actually called him Liver Eating Johnson, and he lived in the mountains and like they killed his family. The Indians did, and he went hunting all the Indians
Oh, it goes
around the
nuts,
mountain, and they called him because he'd eat their liver after he killed them, and they called him Liver Eating Johnson. Now the movie doesn't portray it as like a big. They don't really dig into that part of it, but his name was Jeremiah
They
Johnson.
don't dig into the liver eating part.
Yeah,
of
they
it.
don't. They don't really touch on like someone
Actually,
should remake that
apparently
movie.
It's really good for you.
Hey, I sound like I've got a lot of iron.
Someone should remake that movie
But
where you can get a little
good
bit
luck
more
eating.
graphic nowadays, and I bet you that movie would fucking
Oh,
like a
yeah.
Revenant type
Starring,
thing.
like,
It
Brad
would be.
Based off what you're telling me, I can't believe
Brad
they
Pitt.
haven't remade it already.
I know.
It's not like you're coming.
Hopefully
up with
they
any
don't.
creative
Hopefully they
ideas
don't.
anymore.
George Clooney as
No,
Jeremiah Johnson.
it wouldn't work.
What about John Rambo?
God, who could you get? Yeah, John Rambo. Who could you get
John
to
J.
play
Rambo.
Jeremiah Johnson?
You could get
Chris Stapleton. A big old beard and
no
shit.
acting
Oh,
experience
yeah.
whatsoever.
Justin Timberlake.
It was
That
Rob-
would be good,
Ah,
dude.
shit.
Colin Farrell.
Oh my God. P. Diddy.
Make it Sen and I.
I think he might be a little busy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's
I
gonna
do
be
too.
tied up for a little while.
He's gonna be tied up for a while.
Oh
His
my
booty's
goodness,
gonna get trafficked.
dude,
in
that
jail.
whole thing. If you can't, I mean,
I try not to go down that.
I
road.
know.
No, let's go down the Diddy road, guys. Let's not go down. Not yet.
not yet. All right, let's
him
let
get
the names
convicted.
come out.
Okay, so I want to bring her back because we're gonna end the show here real soon. There's a couple shows, or quite a few shows that we got coming up over the next month that I want to remind you guys. Since Cannabis will be there, Suede Dispensaries. These are at the Pageant, October 20th. Asking Alexandria on October 26th. Ludo, have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Ludo. At Del Mar on November 4th. Richie Mitch. Pageant on November 11th, which I'm going to be excited for this show. Cold War Kids. November 16th at the Pageant. Babytron. November 20th. This is a really good show. You don't want to miss this one. Old Crow Medicine Show.
Nice.
So that's going to be at the Pageant. Del Mar has Jake's Leg on November 27th. There's a Voodoo Last Waltz by Sean Cannon on November 30th at Del Mar, and then AWOL Nation at the Pageant December 10th. So all those shows, you can expect to probably see me at all of them, really, because I kind of cherry pick this, but we'll have people there, man, and we're gonna be representing Sense and our brand, and hopefully you guys can get some cool shit from us, from the people that are out there handing it out. So look for Sense and Suede at those shows. What else, dude?
You told me about that Goodbye June show. I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
October
fuck
30th in
October
Columbia.
30th in Columbia.
Rose Hall.
They're
Rose Hall.
incredible.
Me and
God, I love that band.
Yeah, we're taking a road trip, and if you have not heard, Goodbye June, they just played at Red Flag, right? Was it Red Flag?
Yeah, it was Red Flag.
They
yeah.
just played at Red Flag.
I was thinking Redfish, Bluefish.
No, that's a bit different road.
The crowd wasn't that big, but Brian came back. You know, Brian that was on the show last week, my best friend, and you came back like, oh my fucking god, they were incredible, right?
Yeah, he was not wanting to go. Brian
Right,
didn't want to
right,
go,
right.
and
I
we
was
left
like,
there. He was
what
like,
the
"These
fuck?"
guys are great."
They're amazing live. I can't
Yeah.
say anything bad. We caught their show before the Red Flag show at Old Rock House, before when they came back through again. It was
Yeah.
different backing band, but it's the three brothers,
Right,
cousins,
right.
The singer is amazing. It's like Shannon Hoonish live.
Yeah, very Shannon.
Cool.
Great rock and roll band.
I couldn't
from
believe his voice
front
held
to
up as
back.
well as it did
It-
with the songs that he has
Yeah.
to sing.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
challenging.
They lost a band, so it's like they literally played the whole night. Instead of just like playing their hour set or whatever they were going to play, they're like, yeah, we'll just play another half hour. So
Super dope.
and just ripped it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they got to play. They've got 3-4 great albums.
Yeah, you can deep
Yeah.
dive on those guys.
Yeah,
There's
oh.
a bunch, like 4
Dude,
albums.
they're-
I did, dude. I'm doing Step Aside. That's like my anthem right now.
That whole album is amazing.
Yeah.
See
I
Where the
like
Night
Black.
Goes is
Black's
also-
another good one.
Lonely, Beautiful People.
Oh, that's on my playlist right now too.
Damn, that's a
God,
good
it's
song,
a great
man.
song, dude. So I told you, I sent you the thing, and now we're gonna go to that show at Rose Hall. Obviously, I'll be making sense down there too, because we're just gonna we'll make a road trip of it. Everybody will make sense down there. So that'll be a
Can we
fun
just
show.
bring the company truck or something
Shit,
and just roll up?
Can I get
Is there a
van,
company
guys?
truck?
I don't know.
We should get one.
We should
right?
have. There should be.
There should be. Get some magnets.
I
And a
actually need to go
truck.
down there anyway. Yeah, we need to be. I need to kick around in some clubs down there, you know, and some consumption
Yeah.
lounges and stuff. So, so we're gonna do that, and that's October 30th. Goodbye June. If you want to take a road trip, get a hold of us, man. We'll all caravan down, make a cool fucking night of going down and getting high and watching some real cool Southern rock and roll. But it's on a Wednesday night, so I guess you have to be off work or something. But yeah, get a hold of us, Toking with Topher, you know, and we'll
Starts
link
Friday. Old Rock House. You should come in.
yeah
Friday, Old
Friday
Rock
I'm
House.
coming. Brian is coming.
Mhm.
That we were just
I'll
talking about.
definitely be there.
You're gonna be there?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm the traveling
I'm-
T-shirt salesman.
I'm excited to see the band play. I haven't seen you guys play live in a long time. I also love the Richters and Chronics, so it's really gonna be a joyful night for me.
Great show, man. It's gonna be fun. It's
Yeah.
like I said, it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah,
Come on
So
out.
Come on out to that show if you can. Old Rock House, really great place. I love the patio there too, and I just like
Doors are 7. Show at 8.
seven is the door.
Mm-hmm.
7 is the door.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm down with that. 7 is the door. I'll try to get Scott to go. But you know what? You've been working out at the Cobb Factory, and Van too, our production guy, has been working out at the Cobb Factory, and that's going on. Is that every night now? in
No, it's
October?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Prime
Cobb Factory.
time.
Yeah, and that's out in.
Oh,
and you're
yeah,
open on
for
Halloween,
sure.
and that's in Old Monroe,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, I got a ticket there.
They'll be open probably that weekend after Halloween. They usually do that too.
Okay.
Because I think the 31st is like a Thursday. So they'll just be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and close out the season. So
Nice.
spooky. I still think we need to do a show up there. I think we should do a.
How do we do a show up there?
We don't
Hey
even.
guys, we're live on Facebook with our phones.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe not do a
Have Van
show.
walk around with his phone like, hey, dude.
But we should do like a late night, like 12 to 1 industry haunted house walk through.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
It's a good idea.
I could do that. I'd be down for that. Can I come? I can come. I got a badge.
Well, it would be us inviting them, so I
So is
hope
that-
we're there.
Would that be the Cobb After Dark?
Cobb after dark.
Cobb after dark.
After dark. 'Cause
Got to
it's
be
already-
21 after dark.
It's yours.
Dude, why don't you guys? Well, because you know what though.
He's gonna say you guys are
If you,
fucking
if
nuts.
you
Get
try
the fuck
to do,
out of
this-
here.
yeah, if you try to do some like 21
Worst idea
and
I've
up
ever
shit,
heard.
you're gonna get every partier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
drunks in there. Yeah. That's true. You can just bounce their ass right out of there.
If they're a nuisance, we kick them out. But
Kick
if they're
the
just,
fuck out.
If they're just like funnily drunk, then it's whatever.
Yeah. You know what would fucking kill me all night is hearing all the screaming, all the girls scream, like that shrieking sound. I think after a whole night of that.
That's intense.
I mean, you hear it all the time because you're a rock star. You know what I'm saying, Jared? Like you,
Sure.
You know, the
you're
paparazzi.
hearing girls screaming like, ah! Well,
The,
I think that would be unnerving.
They have done like those boy bands, man. Like
Yeah.
it annihilate. There is like from the teenage scream especially goes higher.
Yeah,
before
yeah,
their voice
yeah.
matures,
Yeah.
and it's like
before they drop the
piercing
eggs.
in like a stadium. So like those boy bands, man. They say it's like the worst ever on
Yeah.
your ears back in the day.
God, well, look at the old videos of Elvis and the
Yeah.
Beatles and shit. I'm like, no
Oh,
way.
for sure. I
I'd
could only
quit.
it would
If
be
I was
insane.
Elvis and I had to listen to that for a fucking hour, I would
Dude,
just say,
but
I'm
he
never gonna
probably
sing
was
again.
deaf.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm
no
never
shit.
gonna sing again.
No shit. No shit. How could you even have a monitor that you could? They didn't even have good in ears back. Not even any in ears back then.
No.
They just had ears back then.
Dude, that's
They-
crazy.
They're just called ears.
It was
like,
all ear.
Back then, you just had to know how to sing.
it was the damnedest thing.
damnedest thing. Damn.
Yeah. You either had the pitch or you didn't. You
So
didn't get
Right.
hats
Yeah.
off to the Elvises and all that shit of the world because they had to overcome a lot of shit. I would have been crazy, but that was
Yeah, and the microphones and shit they used and shit were not like fantastic.
No.
Like they sounded like shit.
Yeah,
You know.
So now, like, when all these people are like, I want a classic mic. I want that classic. Okay, yeah, I go get the piece of shit. You know, like, if you
Give 'em
want-
the piece of
if
shit,
you
I
want
don't
to
care.
sound, if you want it to sound like shit, go get that thing. You know,
I actually used a couple of them in the studio as an effect. You know,
yeah,
you
yeah.
get that
that'll work.
distortion.
Yeah,
you know.
that works. So I think Cop Factory would. I was out there last year. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good
It was
time.
lot of fun. So
It's really cool. They've done a bunch
I'm
of new
gonna come out
shit
and do a
again.
silly
So
string with you.
Oh,
your
yeah.
walls.
Anytime.
Yeah. People don't know they're getting shot by.
I think I'm still welcome there.
Do they know that you're in there running around like Scott Gertken, the former KC DJ?
No, nobody gives a shit.
Dude,
Nobody cares.
Let's get you some 8x10s and you can sell them in the front.
Get some 8x10s.
No, you're like,
Of
hey,
what?
No, you, like your headshot. Be like, hey, I'm Scott Gertken. I used
No
to be
one
on
wants a
KC.
picture of my fucking head.
I'll get one with K Wolf.
I'd take
I'll
one.
be like, hey, former K Wolf guy, and you'd be like, former.
Wait,
KC.
wasn't it us talking about being the dead DJs
yeah.
in the room? We were like gonna wear
Well, that would
zombie
make
suits,
sense.
and I'd have like Casey shirt on. He'd have a K Wolf, and we'd just be sitting there talking. They just walk through, and we're just like zombies
going?
talking. Hey, how's it going? Hey, yeah, you guys need tickets? Give them old concert
you
tickets and shit. It'd be fucking hysterical.
Radio's dead.
Yeah, just because we're not on it, that's why.
Well, it's dead to me.
It's dead to me. That's what it is.
You're not on speaking terms.
No.
With the radio, fucking done with it.
That's
funny.
that's gonna be our show today.
Is it?
I think so. All
right, cool.
Do you have any something?
No,
Or-
not really. I was just busting your ball. I'm like,
wait,
oh,
wait,
is it?
wait, hold on.
That's it, huh?
Hold on. Oh man, my ball feels bad.
Smack.
Just a basic shift.
Hey, actually, I still gotta go to the fucking gym, so I'm not fucking around with you guys tonight.
Hell yeah.
Trying to get me to sit here and smoke weed. That's peer pressure.
He acts like we're the ones forcing him to stay around.
I don't remember seeing anything.
I know. I know, right? Jared's like, I've been trying to get out of here for 20 minutes. So thanks for coming, guys. Like and share and comment on our shit. That always helps our posts. And thank you to some of our sponsors out there. Since Cannabis, Wade, High Rule. We love you guys immensely. So appreciate you on that.
Lots of love.
And if you have any questions, man, message us. Message us on Facebook, Instagram, Toking with Topher, Scott Gertken, Topher Bayless, either one of our profiles. You can message us anywhere. So ask us questions, ideas, want to come on the show, want to come smoke. While we're doing the show and watch it live upstairs, you can do that. I mean, we got a lot of options. So reach out to us, and we'll see you next week at 8 o'clock.
Out.